It's kind of astonishing. There is, I used to have a real disconnect, I think, with the administration. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I think it's suddenly become clear to me. They would rather us believe them to be wildly incompetent and inarticulate than to let us know anything about how they operate. And so they do constitutionally mandated things most of the time, but they fulfill the letter of their obligation to checks and balances, but not the intent. For instance, Alberto Gonzales, and you've been watching the hearings, he is either a perjurer or a low-functioning pinhead. And he allowed himself to be portrayed in those hearings as a low-functioning pinhead rather than give the congressional committee charged with oversight any information as to his decision-making process at the Department of Justice. And I used to think they're doing this based on a certain arrogance. And now I realize that it's because they believe there is one accountability moment for a president, and that is the 4-year election. And once you get that election, you're done.
They're right, are they not?
They're completely not right. The election moment is merely the American public saying, we'd rather you be president than that guy. That's it. The next 4 years, though, you still have to abide by the oversight process that is there to prevent this kind of bizarre sort of cult-like atmosphere that falls along. I mean, I accept that kind of veil of secrecy around Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, but I don't accept that around our government.
Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of words were written about Gonzales' testimony last week in Congress. And I still don't think a lot of people get it. And all of a sudden there on the Daily Show that evening, you distilled the essence of it.
Whose idea was this?
Senator, I don't recall specifically. I don't recall the contents. Senator, I have no recollection. I don't have any recollection. I have searched my memory. I don't recall remembering. I can only testify as to what I recall. Senator, I don't recall. I don't recall. I firmly believe that nothing improper occurred.
And by the way, that was all that was a game, and he knew it, and the guys on the committee knew it, and for the president to come out after that and say, everything I saw there gave me more confidence in him, that solidified my notion that, oh, it's because what he expected of Gonzales was, it's sort of like, you remember in Goodfellas when Henry Hill got arrested for the first time and Robert De Niro met him at the courthouse, and Henry Hill was really upset because he thought Robert De Niro would be really mad at him. And De Niro comes up to him and he gives him $100, and he goes, you got pinched. We all get pinched, but you did it right. You didn't say nothing.
Gonzales said nothing.
Right. And you went up there and said nothing. You gave them no legal recourse against you, and you made yourself, a smart man, a self-made man, look like an utter pinhead on national television, and you did it for me.